Hi, second graders. My name is Shelby and I'm from Partnership for Kids. I'm so excited that you're all at school today. It is so important to be at school when you're healthy. And if you're having some trouble getting up in the morning and getting to school on time, I do have some tricks that will help, or some tips as well. So, my first one is that you can use an alarm clock to get up at the same time every day. An alarm clock will wake you up on time, it'll get you to school on time. My other tip is to do as much as you can the night before. So the night before school, if you make your lunch, if you pack your backpack, and if you pick out your clothes, it's really going to help you the next morning when you're getting ready for school, because sometimes we are a little more sleepier in the morning than other days, and it's hard for us to get to school on time when we have all these things to do in the morning. So doing it the night before is really going to help you out there. So our theme today is mindfulness, and mindfulness means paying attention and slowing down to really notice what you're doing. It's important to be able to stay calm when things don't go your way or when there are some stressful moments, and sometimes it isn't easy being mindful, but the more you practice, the better you'll become at it. And our book today is going to teach us how to be more mindful. And a big part of being mindful is being a calm kid. And one way that I like to be mindful and when I want to be more calm or to calm down is that I go to a quiet place and I close my eyes and I take 5 big deep breaths. And this really calms me down so then I can return and go back to what I was doing before. And I feel so much better. And I've noticed that it really, really helps. So we are going to read our book, and it's called How Full Is Your Bucket for Kids? And it's by Tom Rath and Mary Reckmeyer, and it's illustrated by Maury J. Manning. Felix was putting one of the last blocks in his tower when his little sister came in. "I want to build with you," she said. Felix scowled. "Go away, you're too little." "I'm big. Stay back, you'll knock it over. I can be very careful. Go play with your baby toys, Anna." Thwack! Looks like she knocked over his tower. "Grandpa!" Grandpa shook his head. "Felix, you just dipped from your sister's bucket. Like everyone else, Anna has an invisible bucket. When it's empty, she feels bad, but when it's full, she feels great. Didn't you ever notice your own bucket?" Invisible bucket? Sometimes Felix couldn't quite tell when his grandfather was joking. But the next morning when Felix woke up, there was a small gray bucket floating above his head. When Felix came down to have breakfast, his mom was in a hurry. "I've got a meeting this morning, and it's almost time to go." "Anna, sit still!" Felix slipped and cocoa wheats scattered across the floor. "Felix!" yelled his mom. "You should have used the stool to reach that." Felix could feel his bucket tip and big invisible drips spill out. Drip, drip. "Ha ha!" Anna laughed as she crunched the cereal with her shoe. Drip. "Get the broom and clean that up before you miss the bus," scolded Mom. When the school bus honking, Felix quickly swept up the cocoa wheats and grabbed the last blueberry muffin. But before he could even take one bite, Buster jumped up and grabbed the muffin from his hand. Drip. "Hey, look at Felix's new backpack. My baby brother has one just like it." Drip. "Psst, Felix, psst." Drip. "Watch out, shrimp." Drip. It was still morning, and Felix's bucket was almost empty. As he watched his classmates walk into the room, he secretly hoped they would trip and fall. That's what it feels like when you have an empty bucket. Felix slumped into his seat and waited for something else bad to happen. Mrs. Bumblenickel walked slowly up to his desk and handed him a paper. He could hardly bear to look. "Felix, you wrote a wonderful story. Would you please share it with the class?" Felix grinned and felt a big drop land right in his bucket. Drop, drop, plop, plink, drop. "The Gigantosaurus who wanted a pet by me, Felix." The class grew quiet. They laughed at all the right places and oohed at the scary parts. When Felix finally read the end, everyone clapped, even Emily, who sat next to him and didn't usually like dinosaurs. Felix felt a whole shower of drops land in his bucket. Maybe the day wouldn't be so bad after all. His mom left a note in his lunch. It says, "Heart you," for Mom. Drop. "Team captains today are Veronica and Felix." Drop. "Nice cow. It's a dog." "Well, nice colors there, Felix." "Cool laser ant backpack, Felix." Looks like his bucket is getting fuller. By afternoon, Felix's bucket was nearly full. At recess, when he looked around, Felix suddenly realized that his grandpa was right. Everyone else had a bucket too. "Let me help you." Drop, drop. "Here's your baseball. Catch." Drop. "Thanks, dude." Drop. "Hi, I'm Felix. First day?" "Yes, I'm Amir." Drop, drop. The strange thing was that for every drop he helped put in someone else's bucket, he felt another drop in his own bucket. When Felix burst in the door after school, he shouted, "You were right, Grandpa! I do have a bucket, and I understand how it works." Then he saw Anna's torn doll. "Bad dog," he almost scolded. But then he thought, dogs might have an invisible bucket too. "Your dog will be okay, Anna," said Felix. "Mom will fix her." "Wah." "Until then, do you want to help me build the tallest building in the world with my blocks?" And so they did. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that book and that you found some tips on how you can be a calm kid as well. Some ways that I saw Felix being a calm kid was when he realized how the buckets worked. He wanted to help other people fill their bucket too, and being nice to others also made him feel good about himself. So that was a good part of being a calm kid that I saw. So if you could pause the video at this moment and have everyone share how they think they can be a calm kid, that'd be great, and then unpause when you're finished. Thank you. Thank you so much to those of you who shared. I'm sure you all had great ideas on how you can be a calm kid, and I'm so excited for you to try those out. So being a calm kid does take practice, like I said before, but I do have an activity that is going to help us be calm kids. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to look around the room, and you're going to find 3 things that you can see right now. 3 things that you can see, and don't say them out loud yet, just think them in your head. Okay, I hope we all got them. Now we're going to find 2 things that we can hear right now. Find 2 things that you can hear and think them in your head with your 3 things that you can see. Okay, thank you. And now we're going to find 1 thing that we can touch right now. 1 thing that we can touch, and think it in your head with your 3 things that you can see and 2 things you can hear. Okay, I hope that you got all those in your head. So before we share, we're going to take 1 big deep breath together. So if you could sit up straight, and then we're going to close our eyes, and we're going to take 1 big deep breath in. Ready? And now we're going to take it out. Okay, so now you can pause the video again and have everyone share the 3 things that they can see, 2 things that they can hear, and 1 thing that they can touch. And then unpause when you're finished. Okay, well, thank you so much for all of you who shared. I wish I could have been there to hear them, but I'm sure that you all had some great ideas. And that is all I have for you today, 2nd graders, so have an amazing rest of your day.